Yo, what's going on, everybody? You were watching the Bulls Report by Chat Sports. My name is Patrick Seatman, and coming up on today's show, we got a fun one. We're going to be talking about the Bulls possibly trading Coby White before this year's NBA trade deadline, and the biggest reason we're going to be talking about this is because Coby is in a contract year. He's got 1 year remaining on his current deal with the Chicago Bulls. So we'll talk about it if it makes sense coming up on today's show, but I will say one thing. I posted a video yesterday, and I said the Bulls are most likely going to end up being 39-43. And the top comment was, dude, I see the Bulls winning 50 games this upcoming season. I think that's ludicrous. I don't agree with that whatsoever. And I understand that win in Denver was awesome, but you guys just forget the Bulls were on a 6-game losing streak before that. They lost to the G League Detroit Pistons squad where they weren't playing Cade, they weren't playing Duran. And then you also lost to the Utah Jazz. I think this Bulls team is fun. I think they're an exciting bunch. But I also think you're out of your damn mind if you think this team could sniff 50 wins. That's a lot of wins. I just think that's a little ludicrous. But I'll ask you guys this, and then we'll give you guys my thoughts here in a second. What's the percent chance that the Bulls trade Coby White? Scale it for me, 1 through 100 down below in the comment section. You guys let me know your thoughts down below. I think it's pretty likely. I'd probably put mine at around 60, 65%. You guys let me know your thoughts. Will the Bulls, or percent chance that the Bulls end up trading Coby White? So I think the biggest reason why the Bulls will consider moving Coby before the NBA trade deadline is because I think they need to make a decision between Coby White and Ayo Dosunmu. Now, both these guys are in the last years of their contracts. Now, we'll give the Bulls front office credit. Both of these deals were steals. I mean, they gave Ayo Dosunmu the 3-year deal, $7.5 million repeating per year. They gave Coby White a 3-year deal, $12.88 million repeating. Now they just got 1 year left on their contract. So you're going to have to make a decision between these two. And I think the clear-cut decision would be going to Ayo over Coby White. Because, listen, I got a lot of thoughts on Coby. I think he is a very, very talented basketball player. Like, there's no doubt about it. He is a scoring bag. You can throw him the ball. But there's also a bunch of red flags with this game. And I also believe this. Like, I think Ayo is the better basketball player compared to Coby White. Now, does Coby have more of a bag? Does he have just more natural skill? 110%. But what Ayo does out there on the basketball court, playing within himself, playing within the offense, he is truly, I will stand by this. I think he is one of the most underrated players in the NBA. He should be a starter on a championship team. Like, if he is your 4th, 5th option in that starting lineup, that is one of the best 4th, 5th options I think you could have. I think he is that talented, and I think he is the perfect 2-guard next to Josh Giddey. He has been just flat out amazing this season. And only playing 25 minutes a game, and this being his stat line, it is unfreaking believable. 15.7 points a night, 2.5 boards, 3.4 assists, shooting 55% from the field and 46% from downtown. He's also an elite defender. He's got a super long wingspan. And the thing I love about Ayo is that we have seen him just put more muscle on his frame year after year after year. He is just in incredible shape. Like, absolutely incredible shape every single season heading into the year. And, like, listen, I don't know why Ayo isn't starting. I think that is a Billy Donovan question because, yes, you're starting Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro sucks. He brings nothing offensively. I think he's just a median defender in the NBA. Like, he's just middle of the pack. I don't understand why you're not going to Ayo. I think Ayo's a better defender. He's better in transition. He is significantly better offensively compared to Isaac Okoro, and he would be a perfect fit next to Josh Giddey. Hey, the Bulls made it clear. You want to get out in transition? You want to run the floor? That's Ayo's calling card. He loves to push the ball in transition. He fills lanes perfectly. I saw a film breakdown on Twitter of it was just Ayo in transition this season with him without the ball and the lanes he fills. Like, it is truly next level stuff. So he sees the game at a very intelligent level, and he's just a perfect guard to have next to Josh Giddey. And listen, I don't mean to call out Coby White right now, but I kind of will. I always don't really feel like Coby White is in the best shape. Now, obviously, he's rehabbing from an injury, but it doesn't mean you can't get the cardio in. Coby, like, he kind of looked like just a little out of shape when he was playing out there against the Utah Jazz. Now, he had a good game. He almost completely sold the game away at the end, which the Bulls ended up losing, so it didn't end up mattering. But I also don't really feel like Coby's in the best shape always, and he's also just not a clutch player, man. We can just call it like it is. Like, he has had 2 of the worst games I've seen from an NBA guard in the play-in tournament against the Miami Heat. When he is going against a good defensive big and teams are running drop coverage on him, he can't get to his pull-up midi. He can't get to his pull-up 3. He can't attack the rim. coming off those pick and roll situations. So I think it is just absolutely clear that Ayo is the better basketball player than Coby White. Does Coby White have more of a bag? If you saw Coby and Ayo, just playing at a local LA Fitness, just getting shots up, like you would probably say, oh, Kobe's significantly better. But again, that's not the game of basketball. We're not saying who's the better one-on-one player, who gives more of an impact in terms of winning basketball games. It's a guard out of Chicago. It's Ayo Dosunmu, and it's not freaking close. But maybe you guys disagree with me. A lot of you guys disagree with me, and that's okay. I think I call it like it is a lot with this Bulls team, and you guys don't really like that too much. Now, I also admit I was wrong about Josh Giddey, but I feel like for majority of my Bulls takes are pretty spot on, especially with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and a big goofball Nikola Vucevic. But we'll talk about that on another show. But you guys pick a player for me. Give me a 0 for Coby White, or give me an 11 for Ayo Dosunmu. But today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. Now, you and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the excitement this basketball season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Now, Prize Picks has a brand new feature called Stacks. I mean, you can pick up to the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. If you guys want to pick more on Steph Curry's points, 3-pointers, and assists, well, now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. They also have another cool feature which allows you to follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app and copy their lineups in one click. Whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, or just someone whose picks you like, hit that follow button and check out every lineup they create in the new feed tab on Prize Picks. I use Prize Picks for pretty much every Bulls game I watch. Makes the viewing experience that much better. And plus, you guys can put your basketball knowledge to the test with every Bulls game you watch this season. So download the Prize Picks app today. Plug in that promo code, CLNS, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. A massive shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. I have the link for you guys in the comment section and description. But shout out to Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Now, also more on Coby White, and I think for a big reason why you guys believe in him is because you guys see the raw numbers. You see him averaging 20 points a game. Guys, he is a March merchant. I think the month of March in the NBA is the biggest, I want to say, delusional month of basketball because 60% of the league is playing G League players, and even the teams at the top of each conference, most of them, unless they're kind of battling out for seeding, they're probably not going full pedal to the metal because they're trying to keep their guys healthy. They're trying to ramp up for the playoffs, and once that time of the season rolls around, Coby White turns it up. He takes advantage of it. And listen, I think he is very similar to Zach LaVine, where you have these guys where they're ultra talented. They're very, very fun to watch. Like Coby White is an awesome basketball player. In terms of just a guy who can get in his bag, he's got every move you would want in the book. That is who Zach LaVine is. But Zach LaVine, I mean, just look at the frickin' Sacramento Kings this year. They're a joke. And Zach LaVine's their best player with guys around him because they don't play winning basketball. And also, I truly believe this. You could possibly get a first-round pick for Coby. If I was another team's general manager, there is no freaking chance I would give up a first-round pick for this guy. But you could just look at the raw numbers. You could see, oh, Coby White, he's a 20-point-a-game scorer. Let me go pick him up. So some teams he could be traded to. The Houston Rockets, I think, by far would be the most likely destination as they're still looking for that scoring guard to replace Fred VanVleet. So I think Houston could be calling. But also, how about the Detroit Pistons? They are probably going to be the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference this year. They are just ripping off wins left and right. Doesn't matter if Cade's playing, not playing. Like, they just win basketball games. So I think they could be a legit team that could go win 55, 60 games this season, especially with how bad the bottom of the Eastern Conference is. I mean, the Indiana Pacers, I'll give credit to them. This is what I wanted the Bulls to do. If you have a year where you know you're not going to win games, don't play Siakam. Don't play Benedict Mathurin. Andrew Nembhard doesn't even play basketball this season because they are trying to lose games. I wish the Bulls did that a little more. But I could see the Pistons trying to get aggressive, get that scoring guard next to Cade Cunningham. But also, how about the Denver Nuggets? Nikola Jokic, here's a little fun fact for you guys. Per 100 possessions this season, the Nuggets offense is averaging 151 points per game. Defensively, when Jokic is on the court, they're only giving up 104 points per game. It is the biggest discrepancy we have ever seen in the NBA on a per 100 possessions basis. Like even Jordan back with the Bulls back in the day, that was even half of what Nikola Jokic is doing. So he is on an unreal run. Maybe they're trying to add more talent. Maybe the Bulls could fleece them for a first-round pick. But also, this is a wild card here. Even though the Clippers are a disaster of a basketball team, and the Oklahoma City Thunder will somehow have a top 7 pick this year in the draft. Shout out to the Clippers for that one. But they might be trying to replace Norman Powell. Just do something, because I can't see the Clippers just completely rolling over this year. I think they're still going to try to make that play-in tournament in the West, which right now the Utah Jazz at 5-9 are the 10 seed in the West. The bottom of the West is very, very bad. So maybe the Clippers will try to go on a run. But how about also the Minnesota Timberwolves? Now, they tried to view Rob Dillingham as that scoring guard next to Anthony Edwards, but maybe they could view that as Coby White now. So here are the 5 most likely destinations, in my opinion. It could be a dark horse that we have no idea about. But again, shout out to the CBA. They ruined trade talks here in the NBA, because half these teams, like the Cleveland Cavaliers, it is unbelievable. They cannot sign or trade for a player this season. They're stuck with the roster they have. So shout out to the CBA and the Aprons for that one. But you guys make the call. I'm assuming a lot of you guys would disagree with me. That's okay. That's the point of this. That's why I love doing what I do. Would you trade Coby White? Give me a T for trade, or give me a P for pass. If you guys could, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Post videos around the Bulls every single week. So hit that sub button today, and we'll see you all next time. Go Bulls.